From clear, slow build-up possession system to short passes to inverted fullbacks to wide wingers, Flamengo is that team that plays similar to the 1819 Manchester City side. And Chelsea are going to face a tactically astute team, a team that understands positional play, and a team that actually rotates its position whenever it's trying to build from the back. Now, Chelsea will be playing Flamengo today, and it's going to be the toughest game for Chelsea in the group stages, as Flamengo and Chelsea are tied at the joint position with equal goal difference and an equal points preferentials. Now, Chelsea have an opportunity to qualify for the round of 16. A victory over Flamengo automatically makes Chelsea to qualify for the round of 16 and also gives Chelsea that head-to-head advantage when it comes to actually looking at both clubs when it comes to progressing on to the next stage of the competition. And this is a very important game for Chelsea in this competition. The manager, who's a former Chelsea player, has talked about how he has loved watching Chelsea, and he has said that he's actually learning a lot after watching Chelsea the entire of last season and this season. Because again, I'm telling you, Felipe Luis is a former Chelsea player. He played for Chelsea some time back, and so he has that fun in him when he's watching Chelsea. Now, before we start, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel as we are planning to do our in-depth analysis. And before we start, let's listen to what Maresca said. Now, Maresca talked about this competition. He said that Chelsea, yes, are serious in this competition and will be looking to try and do something in this competition. But Maresca also wanted to say something about his lineup selection and what he thinks overall about the lineup that Chelsea are supposed to pick. Maresca talked about the heat, and he talked about how he expects to actually change and alter his squad for this game, because he believes that he needs to change the squad so that he can be able to actually give rotations to players. He's also factored in that there's an element of fatigue that can kick into the team, and he said that in this game we are going to see some changes. And in my lineup preview that I'm just going to share now, you're going to see some of the changes that I have picked for myself, and I think that might be good for Maresca. But again, you cannot overly rotate this squad because the other team is also a very strong team, and Chelsea should not underestimate Flamengo in this department. And let's just look at the lineup that I've picked. Now, in goal, I've gone for Robert Sanchez, who I think played really well, made some huge saves in the last game, and this is our toughest opponent in the group stage. So it's good we just have Robert Sanchez starting in that position. I think he's a better shot stopper than Jorgensen, and I think he's good enough to actually retain his position in this. The fullbacks is where I've changed, and I'm picking Trevor Chalobah to play at right back because I think Maresca will have to rest Reece James for this game. And Cucurella, I think, is more likely to start. And this is one position where Chelsea really need to understand how we are going to get a backup for Marc Cucurella in this kind of position, because I don't know anything about another left back that we have. Centre backs, I'm still going to go with Tosin and Levi Colwill. I still think they are our best partnership in that backline. Both of them are very solid. Both of them are very good. They are very strong. And I'm really looking forward to have this partnership for quite some time because I really love it. I think it is a very good partnership for Chelsea. In midfield, we are going to see the change with Fernandes starting ahead of Romeo Lavia, who started the last game. And we have always seen that when Fernandes is playing with Caicedo, it looks more of a balanced midfield because Fernandes is a better number 8. He knows when to bomb forward. He knows when to attack the box. He knows when to actually contribute offensively. Now, in the front three, I'm going to go with the same front three, but Neto played the full game last game, so I don't know if Maresca will start him again this game, but in my opinion, he needs to start together with Palma and Noni at left wing. Yes, there's a lot of questions about Noni Madueke down the left, but again, Chelsea failed to secure a left winger so far before the Club World Cup, and it's more likely to see that Noni will retain his position. And up front is where we're going to see the change, because I think now Liam Delap will be given his first full debut in this game to try at least and give Chelsea a glimpse of what he's going to offer the team. And It's actually good because Jackson got the other game, and Jackson might actually come in after 60 minutes. By this game, Liam Delap starts. So we move on to the next segment of our match preview, which is normally the tactics, as we're trying to look at the tactics of both teams. And I'm going to start with Chelsea out of possession, with Flamengo with the ball. Now, Chelsea will most likely look to try and press aggressively high. But here is one thing: Flamengo are so good at building from the back. And in this situation, when Chelsea are pressing with that 4-4-2 structure, Flamengo will be looking to move into that 2-3 structure, because Chelsea will be looking to have both of their forwards looking to press. Then Flamengo will have their goalkeeper coming out, and you'll have the two attacking midfielders moving into the half space positions. Then the fullbacks now are going to invert into that midfield. Now, when they have the ball, Flamengo like to create that overload of a +1 in attack, having as many as 5 players in that attacking setup, having both of their fullbacks invert in that midfield position, giving Chelsea that 2-3-5 structure, similar to what Manchester City have been building up with the entire 2019-2018 period. This will give them a clear advantage in midfield, because now they will have 3 players, but Chelsea having 2 pressing forwards will be good for them, because they can apply pressure on both center backs. In this case, Flamengo will try to overload Chelsea and try to have their wingers receiving the ball 1v1, drawing Chelsea fullbacks out, having the attacking midfielders attack the half space position. So it's going to be a very tough game facing them. And you can see here, even once they receive the ball, you can see the position of their center backs. They are looking to build with a back 2. As you can see it here, there are 2 center backs holding on to the ball. And you can see the try of overload they're trying to create. They're trying to create that 3-man midfield with only 2 center backs receiving the ball. They want to hold on to the ball and draw in a press, and they're very comfortable with the ball. So this is one thing that Chelsea are going to say. This is a team that is going to even try to out-dominate Chelsea with the ball, because they're so good with the ball in tight spaces. They like to also play with an aggressive high line. Then the empty spaces in that half space position, they want to push their midfielders to actually go and cover them. Sometimes they might even push their right back in those positions. As you can see here, they're just looking to build with that box, similar to how Tottenham Hotspur like to build under Ange Postecoglou. And because they are very good at changing positions, that a centre back will not just play in that centre back role, but rather even a midfielder will drop in that position while a centre back moves into midfield. That's how comfortable they are with the ball, and they are not afraid to bring their goalkeeper into the action. And their goalkeeper is also very good at both long range and short range passing, allowing them to receive the ball, draw in a fullback out of possession, then have an attacking midfielder making that run. Once this midfielder is making that run, he's also dragging the center back out of position, creating even more problems for the opponents in these kinds of situations. And this is going to create problems for Chelsea when they are trying to actually play through Chelsea when they are building from the back. But one thing that Chelsea can try to leverage is they can try to pounce on that ball, especially through pressing traps, and look to attack those zones, especially the wide zones where the fullbacks have inverted, looking to target those zones, similar to how teams were looking to target Manchester City during that time that they were playing with this structure, and having that clear advantage to counter attack. So this game is going to suit Chelsea and players like Cole Palmer, who like to play balls through counter attacks. The Chelsea going to have opportunities to make runs in behind. But when Chelsea have the ball, Flamengo are more likely to sit in a 4-2-3-1 mid block, or look to even press in that 4-2-3-1 mid block. And this structure will mean that Chelsea will have to move into that 3-5 with Cucurella inverting in that midfield alongside Moises Caicedo. And then the front three will now decide to go man-to-man against the back three, looking to apply pressure and deny any of those 3 centre-backs time and space on the ball, denying them the opportunity to try and create and give any form of opportunity against their opponents. And this is going to even bring a lot of problems for Chelsea when they're looking to try and play from the back. And this is going to make Chelsea look actually to try and main work of Chelsea is to try and have their fullbacks and their wingers receiving the ball 1v1, having their players in the half space look to make those runs in behind so that they can drag the opposition backline to and fro. And this is going to be very good for Chelsea. Even having a striker who's making those runs down the channel, allowing that striker to position himself in areas where he can cross the ball and have Fernandes looking to attack the far post area. Now, this will be Chelsea's toughest game so far in the Club World Cup. I know Maresca is going to rotate, but in my opinion, he should just field a fairly strong team. The team that I've selected, I think, is a rotated team. And then you can bring in players like Lavia, players like Reece James, players like Nkunku once the game has been sealed. But start strong, get your win, ensure you keep a clean sheet, and ensure you get this win because it's so crucial, especially towards the round of 16. What do you think? Leave your comments in the comment section area below. Thanks for watching.